Louis the Protectionist. This is a response to your 1913 root of the problem. Um, you're talking about muscle cars for a while, and I don't really understand what that has to do with much of anything about 1913, except the bootlegging trade. Because, yeah, previous to that, we really didn't give a crap about muscle cars. We only really got into muscle cars because we had to, well, the bootleggers had to get away from the cops, so they kind of upped the ante on their vehicles to actually be able to move shit quickly and to evade capture. I may be wrong on that, but that's my thoughts on that. And for the I don't know if you're trying to defend the banks or what you're trying to actually defend. This is actually the first video I've actually seen of yours. Um, but I'm just going to get rid of the 1913 and get straight to root of the problem. Everything has interest on it. Okay, interest is debt. So pretty much the government would ask for about $1 billion from the Fed, which there's federal is FedEx. Okay, so they have actually no statute to the government. They're a private corporation, a private entity. And they're not even regulated by the government themselves. I don't believe the IRS is either actually part of the government, but it is possible. I don't know. I think the IRS is a piece of shit. But anyway, back to the $1 million that the government asked from the Fed. They want a percentage back from the billion that they actually borrowed. But think about it from if that's the very first billion in existence. Okay? If that's the very first billion in existence, how are you going to be able to pay back the interest on that billion if there's only $1 billion to begin with? That's truly the root cause. How can you pay the interest if there's only the principal in the beginning? You can't pay $1 billion and $1 million on top of that $1 billion back to the banks if you don't have that $1 million with the $1 billion that you get from the bank. So you're going to always have debt and foreclosures and all that stuff. So it's an inevitability that this is going to happen, regardless of how things work, because the banking structure is designed to screw everyone and help themselves. So yeah, corporations need to get taken down, and personally, I'm for that. I think this government is useless. I think money is useless. I think both are in my way. Because we have the concept of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But the key word there is pursuit of happiness, not accomplishing happiness. So, yeah, you can bust your ass for your whole life, and the only things that will make you happy would be the cookie that you bought on the weekend. Sorry, that's not happiness to me. A lasting happiness is not having to bust your ass to not busting your ass for a place that's not doing anything to help you anyway. money is outdated. It's so outdated, it's not even funny. Government is the same way. Shit, if anything, for governance, govern yourself. If you think smoking pot is bad, don't smoke pot. If you think doing all this stuff is bad, don't do it. I think the only real law that should actually be in power should be do unto others as you want done unto yourself. Because, yeah, it's kind of a better policy than, oh, you're going to end up in a box for 5 years because of something stupid. Because, yeah, that doesn't teach you anything except how to be worse. Because, yeah, you run into more criminals and you get into worse and worse stuff. But, yeah, I'm kind of digressing. The root of the problem is really everyone, me included. I was okay with this system till I figured that, yeah, this system is designed to us in the end, so why should I fight for it? Why should I fight for a system that's doing nothing but screwing me over? You know. But yeah, that's my spiel on it. It's 8 minutes, and peace out. Hope you have a good life, and enjoy.